These days, we often get to see the modern housing patterns and concerns for designing, interior designing, new decor, everything modern and all that. However, the concern is that of safety, especially in the disaster prone areas, regions like ours, talking of our state, Jammu and Kashmir. You know, uh, in the last 5 days, some 13, tremors have been felt. Therefore, it can safely be argued that ours is a region that is a disaster prone region, and therefore, without, any hustle bustle or rumor mongering or, you know, any raising any undue hue and cry, we should always be ready as far as the state agencies are concerned, disaster management is concerned, state disaster management is concerned, for awareness, education, preparedness, and mitigation. Often we get to see that disasters are dealt with only after the disasters are over. This leads to maximum damage, both of the material and the lives. Disaster mitigation is the answer. That is to lessen the impact of something coming, to elevate or to you know to prepare before it comes. As a sociologist, when I get to see the new housing patterns of Kashmir, we are though now building new mansions, big houses, and decor is special. Interiors are done very nicely, and preference is that of decoration more, looks are preferred more than safety concerns. This is a worrying trend. Believe me, when it comes to actual safety measures throughout the UT, I have been noticing the fact that our houses, our homes are less safe and more beautiful in looks. Therefore, looks are preferred. The problem is that safety is not our concern. We are not prepared and we fail to foresee the impact of things to come, despite being in a vulnerable zone, despite, as far as, uh, you know, disaster probabilities are concerned. We are in the zone 5 and there is more probability of disasters like earthquakes and floods, etc. As I said in the beginning, without rumor mongering or without spreading any rumors that some major earthquake is already the experts have rubbished such a claim and saying that it is not that it is definitely coming now. These are just the possibilities, assumptions, calculations that may, it may struck in next 30 years, anytime. Therefore, being public, what should be our priorities? Priorities should be awareness, seeking awareness, how disasters struck and how to mitigate, how to lessen the impact of something severe like earthquake, like floods, like flash floods, mudslides, landslides, cloud bursts. That often these things keep happening in our landscape. The preparedness is absent at individual level, at family level. The safety measures, I must say, as far as the flood mapping, or I must say any hazard mapping is concerned, while constructing houses, this is hardly taken as a priority. People construct houses, at random anywhere without looking for, the consequences of a particular landscape. We forget to see that this particular location is more vulnerable, and the new patterns, new designs, new maps that engineers provide us of new housing pattern now are less safe and more, as I said, beautiful. But I think any wise person should choose more safe, even if it is less beautiful, even if it is less good looking. Frankly speaking, again, as a sociologist, housing in Kashmir is now purely taken as a status symbol. The bigger the house, the bigger the status. It has become a status symbol item. However, I have no personal problem with that. If people want to construct big houses, they may go ahead, it's fine. But the problem is that of the safety. I often keep discussing it with my friends and family members that even the structures of the main gallery, or the main door of the house, main entrance of the house is such that even five thieves can get in at a time after breaking a single glass, because we are not constructing safe things, we are only constructing good looking things, fashionable things, fancy things. And gone are the days when you know windows used to be safe. That was the old housing pattern in Kashmir. The real worry, my friends, is that of the safety. The new house fencing is again fancy. The fancy fencing, I must say, rhythmic words. The real problem, therefore, is you know we have somehow been ignoring the sense of safety. I don't know why we take safety as for granted, and why is our housing pattern throughout unsafe. Our schools are unsafe, buildings are unsafe, our houses are unsafe. How many people do hazard mapping before constructing their houses? Are people aware about these things? Do people really know that disaster mitigation is really important when it comes to teaching family members about what to do when an earthquake strikes, about what to do if we face floods, flash floods, what to do during heavy rains and all that, because these are not often the topics at home. The home discussion in Kashmir is only political, or about others, about relatives, neighbors, and their achievements. but there are not safe discussions. The problem is that of the safety concerns are not our priority when it comes to homely discussions. Therefore, I would urge whenever we construct a house, do a hazard mapping first. See that is it seismically safe? Can it be an earthquake proof thing? And once the house is constructed, get it immediately insured. The insurance is a must because people now utilize or exploit their lifetime earnings on houses in Kashmir. And not only in Kashmir, but everywhere in India and the globe, housing is such an expensive thing. Once people use their lifetime earnings on housing, it has to be insured. Insurance is a must thing that in time or if in case a disaster strikes or in case some disaster hits, at least one can claim the insurance. And is your house safe is a bigger question. Can, in case a thief wants to infiltrate in or barge in your house, is there anything that can stop him? Are your windows safe? Is your main entrance even safe? Why are people using long and wide, and delicate glasses when it comes to home entrance and windows and all? A thief can easily break in and loot anything he or she wants. Therefore, safe housing is the first thing that should be in our mind. And second, making our family members aware. It should be done at school level, disaster management drills, disaster management awareness, disaster management education, disaster mitigation training, even in schools and even in families. Panchayats can do it very well at the rural level. Town halls can do it at the town level, and municipalities can do it at the urban level. Disaster management state wings can, organize workshops, training programs, awareness programs for this, because this can save lives, friends. Believe me, this can literally save precious human lives. Are we prepared in at family level that if an earthquake hits at 3 in the morning without raising hue or cry, can we manage? Can we manage to come out of the house as quickly as possible? Can we manage to escape to safety? Are we prepared? Are we aware that we just don't have to shout or start crying, but to escape to a safer place, even if it is 3 in the morning? Therefore, without rumor mongering, without taking advantage of the new seismic reports or the jolts that are coming, that have been coming the last 5 days rather, without really worrying about the trend, let us be prepared. The preparedness is a thing that should be our priority. Therefore, safe housing, safe schooling, and constructing safe houses should be our priority. Hazard mapping, flood mapping, and disaster mapping rather should be our priority while constructing our houses. This is not the trend. As I said, decoration and beautifying and beautification of houses is the new trend rather than safety of houses, rather than safety of fences, rather than safety of entrances as windows, rather than what are the safety measures that we are adopting in our homes. If an earthquake strikes or if any disaster hits, are our family members prepared? Thank you so much. Time is too limited. Thank you.